Good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome back to biology class. Children, we were doing the chapter cell structure and function, and yesterday we have completed almost all the explanation of the chapter. But as few of you have asked me to repeat the topic growth and division, so today we'll again revise that topic growth and division, and then we'll move to the exercise part of the chapter. Okay, so I request you all to please open your book, open this chapter cell structure and function, and please get ready with your pencil so that you can mark it in your book itself. Okay, now let's start with the discussion of growth and division. So children, we know that at every walk of life, we are growing. Like earlier also, we as a human were fetus, like we were a single cell. Then we developed to multiple cells in the womb of our mother. So slowly and gradually the growth is taking place from a small cell, from a small fetus to a healthy young one. We have grown very far. Alright, and you at your age are still growing. आप अभी भी बढ़ रहे हैं. Right, मेरी height तो अब इतनी रहेगी. I am not going to now grow. Now my height is not going to increase. Alright, but you at this age will now grow. ऑलराइट, आपकी हाइट बढ़ेगी, आपके अंदर के सेल्स डेवलप होंगे, बहुत सारा डेवलप होंगे, नर्व सेल्स डेवलप होंगी. सो यू आर एट अ स्टेज ऑफ ग्रोथ. ऑलराइट, तो क्या हो रहा है फ्रॉम फीटस टू अ यंग वन, देन टू अ बेबी, देन टू अ यंग वन. You are growing continuously. We are growing continuously. We also, as well as plants also, grow continuously. So the question is how they grow, how we grow. Alright, what happens in the body, what happens to the cell कि हम इतनी जल्दी एक छोटे से fetus से और हम इतनी जल्दी grow कर जाते हैं. So what is the science behind that we have to talk about in the topic growth and division. So let's see. So I'll just demonstrate it here, children. Okay, so we are talking about the topic called growth and division. So see children, earlier, be it any multicellular organism, earlier we were merely a single cell. Alright, this is a single cell with nucleus in the center. This is the center and this is the nucleus. Alright, so this is a single cell. जितने भी मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं सब के सब एक सिंगल सेल से बनते हैं. ठीक, now slowly and gradually these cell gets enlarged. क्या होते हैं, थोड़े थोड़े बढ़ने लगते हैं. जैसे जैसे ये बढ़ने लगते हैं इसमें क्या होता है, the nucleus starts to divide. First what happens, the nucleus that is present in the center will start to divide. Alright, will enlarge and will start to divide. Alright, so now the cell has become bit larger. Okay, because the nucleus has started to divide. So now what is going to happen, nucleus is dividing. Alright, now after the nucleus has started to divide, now what is going to happen, आप देखो जब nucleus बढ़ रहा है, cell बढ़ रहा है, तो जो cell का membrane है उसके ऊपर stress पड़ेगा, उसके ऊपर भी एक stress आएगा, तो क्या होगा कि एक bulge create हो जाएगा और एक gap create हो जाएगा in the cell membrane also. So here it is nucleus. Now nucleus is getting enlarged and it is dividing further and further. Alright, so we can see a bulge in, or we can see a gap or a this we can see this ये यहाँ से divide हो रहा है, this cell membrane is going to divide from this. So there is a bit curve present here. We can say it like a curve. So the cell membrane is now going to divide. It is facing some stress over it. So now it is going to divide, and now after that it will be divided into two new cells with two new nucleus. Okay, so it is again going to divide. Now this is called daughter cell. What this is called? This is called daughter cell. So the process of making daughter cell or a new cell from a single cell, this is known as cell division. What is this known as? This is known as cell division. सेल में क्या हो रहा है? एक सिंगल सेल में डिविजन हो रहा है, तो इट इज कॉल्ड सेल डिविजन, एंड द न्यू सेल दैट इज फॉर्म्ड इज कॉल्ड डॉटर सेल. और ऐसे ही ग्रोथ होती है. कैसे ग्रोथ होती है? लाइक देयर इज one single cell will divide into two cells. Now these two cells will again divide into two more cells. So they will form four cells. Again, they will further divide into different parts. So this is a growth. Alright. By this way, the growth occurs. So पहले क्या था? We were a single cell. Then we have grown into a fetus. Alright. This is a fetus. So we have grown into a fetus. Then to a baby. Alright. Then we have grown to a baby. Alright. Then to a complete young one. Getting it? So why we are growing into this? This is because of again the growth and division. So this development is taking place because of growth and cell division. Okay. So this is the concept behind this growth and cell division. When you'll go to higher classes, you will see that cell division is also divided into two parts. Cell division is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. Alright, and there are different processes of forming the cells here in mitosis and meiosis. So you will read all these things, what is mitosis and meiosis and how this cell division takes place in your higher classes. So here the basic thing that you need to know is the cell, this is a cell, single cell is getting divided and it forms a new cell which is called a daughter cell. How it divides? First nucleus starts to divide, the nucleus gets enlarged and there is a curve in the cell membrane, and then this curve they are divided into two parts. So two daughter cells are formed. Okay, so this is the growth and division. So in our body we have different types of cells that are continuously growing and dividing. Among this, one very important and very common example we have is स्किन सेल. स्किन सेल चिल्ड्रन, जब भी हमें चोट लग जाती है तो क्या होता है? हमारी स्किन ऑटोमेटिकली हील हो जाती है. कैसे हील हो जाती है? क्योंकि हमारे स्किन में ग्रोथ हो रही है. ओके, हमेशा वहां पे कंटिन्यूअसली डिवीजन हो रहा है. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज ग्रोइंग. ऑलराइट, बट नर्व सेल, it cannot now multiply and grow. Okay, nerve cell जितनी है ब्रेन में उतनी ही प्रेजेंट होगी, बट skin cell continuously divides. So this is the basic concept of growth and division. So this you will study in your higher classes later. Okay, so now coming back to the chapter. So we have talked about the cell division. We have seen what is cell division. The process by which new cells are formed is known as cell division. New cells that are formed are called daughter cell. In humans, we have million of blood cells that dies. We have a skin cell that continuously grows and divides. But in brain, we cannot replace the nerve cell. Okay, so nerve cells cannot be replaced, whereas all other cells continuously divide. So this is the process. This is one single cell. Now nucleus is getting divided. Now cell membrane also divides here and is forming a two new cells that is called daughter cell. Alright, now coming back to the oral question answer. Children, please open this page and take out your pencil. Let's do the oral question answer here. So let's start with the question number 1. So what question number 1 says? Just a second. Just a second, children. Okay, so question number 1. What question number 1 says? What part of the cell can be called the brain of the cell and why? किस part को हम brain of the cell कहते हैं? Tell me. So we know that nucleus is called the brain of cell, isn't it? Why it is called brain of cell? Because all the functions of cells are controlled in the nucleus. All the functions that a cell is performing is controlled by nucleus. That is why it is called brain of the cell. Okay. Now next question. A cell requires water, minerals and other substances to stay alive. But the cell is covered with a cell membrane. How do these things reach inside the cell? तो question is saying that हमें सेल को सरवाइव कराने के लिए वाटर, मिनरल और कुछ अदर सब्सटेंस की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, लेकिन सेल के तो आउटर लेयर पे सेल मेम्ब्रेन प्रेजेंट होती है, तो कैसे ये चीजें सेल को मिलती हैं? सो वी नो दैट सेल इज सेमी परमिएबल इन नेचर and cell allows all these content to pass through it. So that is how all these substances reach the cell. Okay. So what you will write? You will write because cell membrane allows these substances to pass through. Okay. Now question number 3. The cells in a tissue have identical shapes and performs identical function. Do you agree? Give reason. Yes, definitely. Because what is tissue? Tissue is a combination of similar kind of cells. So these cells are having similar shape and similar sizes and they perform similar function. तो एक जैसी सेल जब बहुत क्लब करती हैं एक साथ तो वो टिश्यू बनाती हैं. तो ग्रुप ऑफ सिमिलर सेल्स आर कॉल्ड टिश्यूज. ओके, सो दिस इज ट्रू. सो आंसर इज, do you agree? Answer is yes, we agree. Why we agree? Because the tissue are the groups of similar cell and that is why they perform similar function. Okay. Now coming on to question number 4. How does growth in an organism occur? By growth in the size of cell or by growth in the number of cell? साइज बढ़ती रहती है सेल की कि उसके नंबर बढ़ते रहते हैं? सो साइज क्या होती है? लिमिटेड होती है. एक टाइम तक साइज बढ़ेगी, उसके बाद साइज नहीं बढ़ सकती. So what is the answer here, children? Answer is growth by growth in the number of cells. उसमें cells के नंबर बढ़ते हैं, साइज नहीं बढ़ती है, सेल के नंबर बढ़ते हैं. Okay, so this is the answer. Now, question number 5, last question. Organelles that contain a green pigment are only found in plants and not in animals. What are the organelles and the green pigment called? तो ऐसा कौन सा ऑर्गेनल है जो सिर्फ प्लांट सेल में पाया जाता है और वो ग्रीन पिगमेंट होता है उसमें? So it is chloroplast. Write down chloroplast. And what is that green pigment? Green pigment is chlorophyll. So write down here in organelle you will write chloroplast and in green pigment you will write chlorophyll. Getting it? So we have done all these oral questions. Children, new words and concept map is again your homework. So children, you can send these answers in the group so that I can see who is doing the work and who is not doing any work. Okay? So new words and concept map is your homework. So you will write it down. So what is chloroplast? What is mitochondria? What is vacuole? So chloroplast is a green pigment in a cell organelle that contains a chlorophyll, that is a green pigment, and it is only present in plant cell. Mitochondria is a rod-like organelle which help to get energy from the food. Vacuole stores food, water and waste. Okay. So these are the new words. Now coming on to concept map. Structure of cell. Okay. So if we talk about a structure of cell, we have two cells, plant cells and animal cell. So plant cell is having cytoplasm. Animal cell is also having cytoplasm. In plant cell wall and cell membrane both are present, but in animal cell only cell membrane is present. Then if we talk about the organelles, so nucleus is present in both plant cell and animal cell. Nucleus has nuclear membrane that we have seen. We have seen nucleoplasm. It also contains chromosome. Chromosome contains gene. And in the center we have nucleolus. Okay. Now, these are the organelles that are present only in plant cell. So what are they? Plastids. Plastids, that is chloroplast, chromoplast, leucoplast. These are the types of plastids only. Okay. So all these organelles are present only in plant cell. In animal cell, centrosome is present. So children, you were asking me about the centrosome. Centrosome is an organelle that basically help in the cell division. जब अपना न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड हो रहा है उसी टाइम पे सेंट्रोसोम भी डिवाइड होता है. This you will study in your higher classes when you will study in much detail what is cell division, what is mitosis and what is meiosis. Then you will get to know what is the main function of centrosome. Okay. Now, what are the cell organelles that are common in both plants and animals? That is mitochondria. Mitochondria is called, children, powerhouse of the cell. Very good. We have vacuole, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosomes and ribosomes. So all these organelles are present in both plant and animal cell. Okay. So this concept map you will draw in your fair notebook of biology and you will write these new words. Now coming to the exercise of the chapter. Please open this page, children. Let's move to the exercise. Choose the most appropriate answer. Question number 1. Which of these is multicellular? इसमें से कौन सा multicellular है? Paramecium is unicellular. Amoeba is unicellular. Bacteria is unicellular. So mushroom is a multicellular. So what is the correct answer? D. Mushroom is a multicellular organism. Now, second, the egg of a hen is a cell, tissue, organ system. Yes, children. जो hen का egg होता है वो क्या होता है? It is a cell only. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is A. For second, correct answer is A. Okay. Sorry. So the egg of a hen is a cell. Which is the largest cell, children? An ostrich egg. Very good. So third, which of these is not present in an animal cell? इसमें से कौन सी चीज animal cell में present नहीं होती है? Mitochondria is present in both. Nucleus present in both. cell membrane present in both, but chloroplast is only present in plant cell and it is absent in animals. Now, fourth, which of these is the control center of the cell? So we know that nucleus is the control center of the cell. Why it is called control center of the cell? Because all the functions of cell is governed by nucleus. Okay. Now, fifth, which organelle are responsible for energy production in the cell? किसको बोलते हैं हम पावर हाउस ऑफ द सेल? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया को. क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि वहां पे एनर्जी का प्रोडक्शन होता है. तो एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन इन अ सेल किसको बोलेंगे हम? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया को. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज सी, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. नाउ सिक्स्थ, which of these is not stated by the cell theory? Who gave cell theory, children? Slidden and Swan gave cell theory. So what they said in the cell theory? They said that cells are the basic structural unit of living organism. Yes. All cells are identical. Yes. New cells are formed due to the division in old cell. Yes. All these points were said in the cell theory. But the last one, the way an organism functions depends on the way the cell works. No, this was not said in the cell theory. Okay? So correct answer is D. Seventh, in which of these does a single cell not perform all life function? अच्छा, तो ये जो क्वेश्चन है, in which of these does a single cell not perform? तो अगर हम सिंगल सेल की बात कर रहे हैं तो we are talking about unicellular organism, isn't it? In unicellular organism we know that all the functions is performed by only one single cell, isn't it? Whereas in multicellular अलग अलग फंक्शन के लिए अलग अलग सेल्स होते हैं, लेकिन यूनिसेलुलर में एक ही सेल है तो जितने भी फंक्शंस हैं वो एक ही सेल करेगा. सो द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग कि इसमें से कौन सा यूनिसेलुलर है, बेसिकली वो यही कहना चाहते हैं. सो इन विच ऑफ दीज डज अ सिंगल सेल नॉट परफॉर्म ऑल लिविंग फंक्शन? सो अमीबा इज अ यूनिसेलुलर. Mosquito is a multicellular here. So what will happen in mosquito? Different cells will perform different function. Okay. Bacteria is again a unicellular and Euglena is also a unicellular organism. Now, eighth, which of these unicellular organism has no definite shape? So we know that, children, amoeba has a no definite shape. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is amoeba. Okay. So I hope you have done it. For first it's D, second A, third D, fourth A, fifth C, sixth D, seventh B, eighth A. I hope you have done it, children. Now moving ahead with very short answer questions. Are you ready, children? Okay. So question number 1. All living organisms are made up of one or more dash. One or more cells. They are made up of one or more cells. So this is S. So you will write S here. Okay. One or more cell. Okay. Which is the largest known single cell? Which is the largest known single cell? It is an ostrich egg. What is it? An ostrich egg. Write down ostrich egg. Okay. Now next, third. which is the jelly-like what is the jelly-like substance present in the cells called? तो सेल में जो जेली लाइक स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट होता है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? साइटोप्लाज्म. राइट डाउन साइटोप्लाज्म. written. Fourth, the cell membrane which surrounds the cell does not allow anything to pass through it. Question is saying कि सेल मेम्ब्रेन जो सेल के चारों तरफ होता है वो कोई भी चीज को पास नहीं करने देता. So it is false because cell membrane is semi-permeable in nature and it allows certain substance to pass through it. Fifth, the cytoplasm and the nucleus together make up the. जब साइटोप्लाज्म और न्यूक्लियस कंबाइन करता है तो क्या बनाते हैं? दे फॉर्म प्रोटोप्लाज्म. क्या बनाते हैं? दे फॉर्म प्रोटोप्लाज्म. All right, so they form protoplasm. So you will write protoplasm. Sixth, name the cell organelles that help to get energy from the food. तो आप कहीं पर भी ये एनर्जी टर्म देख रहे हो ना, ऑर्गेनल लिखा है, एनर्जी लिखा है, तो क्या होगा? वो सीधे होगा क्या? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. Alright, so what is the correct answer? Correct answer is mitochondria. Because mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell, it generates the energy from the food and it stores the energy in it and provides our body with these energies. So this is mitochondria. Seventh, which of these has a cell wall? Plant cell or animal cell? Definitely plant cell is having a cell wall. Eighth, name the process by which new cells are formed. So what is the process by which a new cells are formed? It is cell division. Okay, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is cell division. Ninth, which structure in the nucleus is a storehouse for information needed by the cell to function? Yes children, न्यूक्लियस के अंदर ऐसा कौन सा स्ट्रक्चर होता है जो इंफॉर्मेशन को स्टोर करता है? So it is genes. Write down gene, G-E-N-E-S, genes. Written. Now last one, plant cells have large vacuoles as compared to animal cell. True or false? Plant cell is having a large vacuole or animal cell is having a large vacuole? Definitely plant cell is having a large vacuole. Why? Because they need the food to be stored. वो जगह जगह जाके खाना ले नहीं सकते, पानी ले नहीं सकते, तो वो क्या करते हैं? They store it inside the vacuole and hence they are having a large vacuole. Okay, so it is true. Getting it? So that was about the book exercise. We have done choose the most appropriate answer and we have done very short answer question. Children, I'll send you these answers in the PDF. So after the class, please go through the school app and please see e-content where the answers are written. Okay, so you can copy it down from there. So that's all for today's class. Please do complete your work. Please write the new words and concept map in your fair notebook. So that is your homework for today. You will write the new words and concept map in your fair notebook. Okay, so that's all for today's class children. Thank you and Jai Hind everyone.